Like to open the Development Environmental Review Committee continued regular meeting. Today is November 13th at 10:09 a.m. This is a continued meeting from our November 8th meeting, which was called to approximately 10:30 a.m. Due to loss of power, and it's continued to this meeting. So we'll pick up where we left off, just to give an overview. We're going to do our call to order. It's called, I'm calling meeting to order. We'll do pledge of allegiance. Ready? Again.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mary Lanier,
I'm present.
Sam Marin, Mina Bashar, Ryan Castillo,
Here.
Robert Sepulveda,
Here.
Robert Lindbergh,
Filling in for on the minutes.
Robert Castro,
Here.
Curtis Markloff,
Here.
So public comments for items listed not listed on the agenda. A 3-minute limitation shall apply to each member of the public who wishes to address the Development and Environmental Review Committee on any item on the agenda, excluding public hearings. There's no limit to the number of items that may be discussed within the 3-minute time limit. To be called on by the chairperson, please turn in individual speaker slips to the secretary. It's by 10 a.m. the meeting. If you wish, you may email your speaking request to CED public comments at sbcity.org by 5 p.m. the day before the meeting. Email request to speak will not be accepted from anyone with a person present to speak. If we continue, we completed item 1, the consent calendar for approval of the draft minutes. We introduced development permit ID 23-06. And that's a request to allow for development and establishment of a truck and trailer parking and dispatch facility on a property comprised of 2.6 acres at the northwest corner of East Ferry Shepherd Boulevard and South Del Rosa Avenue within the Alliance California specific plan. And it was determined that the project was categorically exempt pursuant to section 15332. Owner is Northgate Development, and our planner is Michael Rosales, associate planner. So we did review this particular item, and we did close the public hearing. So every member of the public that was able to speak provided their comments, and we would have 3 speakers for the meeting. So thank you for those comments. And then at that point was when our meeting was abruptly stopped due to the power. So since the public hearing is closed, I just want to bring it back up to the committee to see if you all have questions or any items for discussion. Seeing none. One of the items that I just, when I'm looking at it in the environmental review, I know staff have made a presentation. We heard from the applicant that this particular use is permitted under the specific plan. It's what the specific plan envisioned. I think with the testimony of the applicant regarding the truck trailer parking, that is for the trucks and trailers that are currently in that area for the existing facilities. So there's no increased impact as a result of this trailer. It's just maintaining these trailers at a location adjacent to where they're being served, and that there were no additional impacts resulting from the air quality, and that the charter school was analyzed in the air quality document. So with that, I'll entertain a motion from the committee. Would anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
So, okay, thank you. And so just to clarify, the motion is to recommend approval recommend the Development and Environmental Review Committee adopt resolution number 2023-3036, approving development type permit 23-6, based on the findings of that and subject to the recommended conditions of approval, and finding the project is subject to environmental exemption under the California Environmental Quality Act. And with that, we get the vote. We just do a roll call vote or one split.
Usually just unanimous, and if anybody has objection.
So if everyone's, those in favor,
Aye.
say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No opposed, any abstentions? Okay, so motion carries. So the project's approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the next item is development permit type D 23-06. I'm sorry, that's what we just did here. Our next item is subdivision 22-01, just parcel map 20540, and development permit type D 22-04.
Thank you. As noted, the item number 3 today, subdivision 2201 and development permit type D 2204. This is a request to allow subdivision of a property comprised of 2 parcels, just over 10 1/3 acres in size, into 3 parcels, approximately 4.7, 2.1, and 3.6 acres in size respectively, and allow the development establishment of a manufacturing business park with 3 buildings, approximately 107,000 square feet, 50,000 square feet, and 73,000 square feet in size. This property is located at 119 South Arrowhead. It's the south side of Rialto between Arrowhead and Sierra Way. It's in a commercial heavy zoning district. The item today was subject, there was a mitigated negative declaration prepared for the item, potential impacts. That did go out for a 30-day public review back through September into early October. There were a couple comments that we did receive, one from the Department of Toxic Substance Control and one from the Center for Community Action and Environmental Justice. Comments from both have been responded to and included in response to comments that has been posted on our website. None of the comments that we received required any modifications to that mitigated negative declaration, so that is before you today as was originally prepared. Our recommendation this morning would be that we adopt resolution 2023-037 that would be adopting the mitigated negative deck and the mitigation monitoring reporting program and approving subdivision and development permit based off the findings, including the draft resolution and the recommended condition.
Thank you. Any questions for Travis? Thank you. So at this time, I will open the public hearing and I'll have the applicant, if you have any presentation or, are you Matt?
Yes, yeah, for the applicant. Hi, good morning. Matt Engelhard, 119 Arrowhead Avenue LLC. We're the project applicant. We'd just like to thank staff for all your hard work getting us to this point. Answer any questions you guys might have about the project. I think one thing to point out, kind of in relation to one of the comment letters, is this does sit on an environmentally contaminated property and is deed restricted, which is why this use really makes sense here. So we thank you for your consideration and deliberation, and if you'll have any questions, we're here for you.
Okay, thank you. Do you concur with the conditions of approval?
I do, yes.
Does anyone have any questions?
I do. Do you have any tenants at this time? Any proposed?
No, not at this time.
Distribution?
Yeah, so the property will be, some kind of manufacturing business park type use, but it is speculative at this time, which is pretty typical for our market, especially buildings this size. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other speakers? I'll go and close the public hearing. And I just wanted to note for the record, I know the applicant mentioned that the project is on property that has been contaminated. was the site of the former Hanford Foundry, which really does limit any future development on the property. I know there was, some conversations about, encouraging housing adjacent to the railway lines, but in this particular case, do not have that type of use there. Looking at the response to comments, I believe everything from what I can see has been addressed. And with that, I will entertain a motion from the committee.
Second.
So our motion is to recommend that the Development and Environmental Review Committee adopt resolution 2023-037, adopting the mitigated negative declaration and mitigation monitoring and reporting program under the California Environmental Quality Act, and approving the subdivision 22-01 tentative map 20540 development permit type D 22-04 based on the findings of fact and subject to the recommended conditions of approval. And all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Budget passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes our meeting. We'll adjourn to Wednesday, December 13th, 10 a.m.